Good morning, welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines, and I'm just about to start work. I don't kill myself by holding on to strict schedules, so nobody's waiting to clock me in. So it's a lovely day. Look at that, it's been quite overcast for a couple of days and we've had some rain, but it's looking lovely now. Look at that. I don't rule out rain because there's some dark clouds there. But if I look out the back, it doesn't seem so bad. Beth actually did some pruning down of the garden there. It was getting impossibly overgrown. And Beth, with her paranoia, said someone could hide in there. Oh gosh. Well, I gotta go in and have a walk through my work site for the day. And last night was such a miserable looking video with so little light. I thought I'd bring you through again. So this is where we're at. This is all just in primer, okay, just to give me an idea of the work that has to be done. Like I did some filling, and I did it on this side. You can still see the primer showing through, well, you can still see the filler showing through the primer, and of course there's lots more work to be done on that. I'm thinking that when I did the corner, I built a corner table, which I'll show you in a moment, and I used skim coat and mixed it thin, and I painted it on. Of course it goes on very, very thick, like almost like single cream, but then you can sand it down and you can get a very, very nice finish. Well, this is what I did yesterday, the last part of the day. We were out yesterday giving away rice and stuff, so didn't have much of a work day yesterday, but I did come in and I managed to get all of that stripped off. See, so right up to the ceiling I used my step box. Got to be focusing very carefully when you're using that, because I used that and I put it onto the couch. The couch is very solid, so it's safe, but you remember, you can't be stepping back to admire your work. Now comes the very tedious work of getting these old rivets out, and I'll probably resort to the angle grinder for that and just grind them off. But it will take time, and it will be, as I say, a tedious job. So I'm not looking forward to that. But once that's done, I've got my insulation, such as it is. Not what anybody in the West would call insulation, but that's what's available here. So often, you know, people make recommendations, well, you should do this and do that, but in fact, things which people who live within walking distance of a Home Depot don't realize that some of the things that they just take for granted, that they walk past every day when they go to a Home Depot, you just can't get here. When I first arrived, I remember telling this story a load of times, but I went around, I think 3 or maybe 4 drugstores trying to find Band-Aids, and I couldn't, believe it or not, that's going round to a drugstore. Couldn't find a Band-Aid, didn't have any. See, so we're on an island, so don't forget that when you're in your calculations, when you're working out what can or can't be done. This is, whatever is available is what we work with. Okay, well, on to the work. I'm just going to walk through now. Such is the way our high-tech security system. We're all stacked up here with our couch stuff. And we have lights on outside, which every day we have to come, switch them off, switch them on, switch them off. So it's on to the day's work. That's our forecast for rain out there, whether it's coming or not. If you look right up on the horizon there, usually that's, if it's going to rain, it'll be up there and it will be traveling our way. But looks cloudy but pretty good. Okay, thanks for looking in. We'll be back later. Here's another shot of the way the house is designed. You can see very well here that it's designed like an RV. This is the main area, and it is a vaulted ceiling so that it goes up to the bedroom. By my little marine plywood staircase that I built. That would be a serving hatch into the kitchen when it's built. This is going to be reupholstered. This was done in a black material, thinking it was a good idea, but in fact it makes that into a black hole, so I'm going to put a lighter colour material there. And even though I painted the bottom of that couch, I'm going to cover that in material as well, so that will be a matching material, and a curtain there as well. And this here will of course be blocked off, so that will have a plywood cover on it. And then we go up into the bedroom. Well, all that hardwood is all going to be stripped off. I'd like to leave it on, but we'll see what happens about that. In fact, the reason that I'm going to take it off is so that I can put the insulation on. Am I taking something off that will do the job of what I'm going to put on? It's a big question, isn't it? Am I going to gain anything by putting that on? Put that on with the aluminum look to it on the outside. That wall comes in for sun for most of the day, so it is actually probably the best thing to do it. And going out, as you can see, we're all loaded up. This is our little dining area. Beth uses that for her office work at the moment, so that's lost. But I'm going to put Beth in here. I'm going to take this out so that she can have a chair. Take the bench out. Get that all cleared up and get her organised. And then this area here, I actually designed this area so that I'd sit here with a stool, and that's quite a large desk if it's just cleared, and that's where I would do some of my design work there. As you can see, we don't have much in the way of storage, so that's one of one of the things that I'm trying to attend to now is creating storage. So all of that under there will be some storage that I'm going to use and utilize. Okay, that's a quick look through in better light. On a whim yesterday, last thing, I decided that I would just give these a coat of paint and just have a look and see what they're like. This is what I laughingly called the shelf that's not a shelf. That's meant for recess lighting, and Beth was storing handbags and God knows what up there, so I called it a shelf that's not a shelf. Okay, that's my day's work ahead. Get that insulated and hopefully get it panelled. Should be able to do that, but it will depend on getting those old rivets out. Let's hope that that comes out easily. So, thanks for looking in. Bye for now.